Commendatore.
Commendatores.
That's good.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Welcome back. I've been in my head ever since the last show. I just keep going, that's good. That's good. Welcome back to Sopranos Prima Volta. I am Sam Roberts. This is one of the greatest comedians in all of New York City, Ian Fidance. And
so full of it. You know what? Thank you. Take it.
I
That's
had
nice.
It's a sampler?
It's a sampler.
Wow.
I got you a sampler. I was going to go one flav, but I decided to go with the Samp.
The orange cream.
It has orange cream.
I love it.
You know, I had to order that specifically.
From where?
eBay.
You eBayed that?
Yeah.
How much did you have to bid on it? Bidding war?
I'm on a payment plan.
Well, you know what? It was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Just to get the orange cream. So please enjoy. Commentator.
Of course, it's Ian Fidance's first time ever going through the Sopranos series.
I'm a little virgin.
Okay, that's not that. I don't like that.
Go slow. Change the sheets.
I hate this already.
I'm nervous.
Oh. Well, at least
Hey! Watched for the very first time. Like a virgin.
It's not cute.
Call me a Gumar.
At least we got our clip early.
Yeah. Mark it down. Beep boop bop.
1 minute.
1:30, which is what happens when you're a virgin.
Well, okay.
Like me.
Well, I mean, look, you're entering in.
Something's entering in.
Yes, for the very first time.
time.
Season 5. Season 5, we are here.
Yeah,
We've
we're
made
here.
it. We're finally in that territory of like where you're like, what can possibly happen next? Well, here we are. I feel like season 5, we're now in, believe it or not, the later seasons of the show.
Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. I was thinking about it watching this because this is a transformation of not only Tony, but my opinion of Tony.
Yeah.
In the sense that he, to me, was such a likable
Stugotz.
Just a little Stugotz, little Stugotz, low bots.
Yeah.
Just a very
A gabagool.
guy.
Sure.
And now, man, he really angers me.
Well, he got dark. I mean, the show tonally got dark,
Aesthetically,
visually got
visually,
dark. Yeah, the characters themselves, I think, got very dark.
I mean, you're seeing it on Carmela's face. It's just, and speaking of, dark and, being upset about things, I just want to address the fact that you had Jamie Lynn Sigler on the radio show and you didn't invite me.
Meadow.
You had
Med.
Meadow on the show.
Med.
You had Med.
Look, yeah, and I thought about it, and I talked to you about it.
I
but-
thought about this.
No.
Taking it back.
You didn't even let
Taking
me
it back?
explain. I almost feel like you only gave it to me so that you could take it back.
I get off on withholding. Now,
You're no virgin. Strategic.
we're having to sit down. Sil?
Should have brought him on a show.
What?
Should have been on the show.
You can't get up 5 points.
Look, and I mean, and the clip went up on this YouTube channel, actually.
Uh-huh.
We got a scoop from Med.
I didn't watch it.
Good.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Because, and this is why it's better that you were not there. You are a prima volta.
Right.
This is season 5. I'm not talking on the radio.
Did you even tell her about the podcast?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Me and my friend do a
If
podcast
I
about
was
you.
on, it would have been good promo. She would have been into it. She would have been like, "You've really never seen it?" I've been like, "I really never seen it." And then we would have gushed and, such a fun talk. And then when you go, "I got to ask you," I go, "I'm leaving the room." And then I'd leave and then I'd come back.
That's so weird.
What?
Like leaving the room, making a whole deal out of it.
It'd be a fun thing that she would like. And then I would be able to pitch her about our spinoff about Delaware Italians.
How do you
You
know?
fucked me. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm not a virgin because you fucked me.
How do you know what she would like if one thing is clear, you have never met her?
Because I know Meadow. I watch the show. And I'm a people person. People like me.
Who?
Everyone.
Not everyone.
Find a guy or gal or they that doesn't like me.
Found. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's a good.
That was a good one. I will say, in my mind's eye, we would have talked about our podcast, the fact that people could go that long without seeing the show. How does that make her feel? Do you watch every episode, this and that? Organically move into you talking to her about, I got to ask, me leaving the room, me coming back, her thinking I'm really funny and being like, do you want to get coffee? And I'm like, oh, sure. And then we become pals.
The fact that you've played out the whole segment of the show already in your head, it's exactly why I didn't invite you. You're weird.
No, this wouldn't be pre-planned. This is knowledge of what I know now. I wouldn't go in there and go,
this isn't even your show.
This is what would have happened.
You've got the segment that didn't happen already happening in your head. That's so weird.
It's weird to have a vision board, a dream and goals, to meet Jamie Lynn Sigler, and she goes, your podcast is great. Let's hang out.
Jamie Lynn Sigler's on your vision board?
The whole family is.
Yeah, it's super weird, dude.
No, it's not. What, that I want to be friends with all these people in real life?
Yes.
And have them as Jamie Lynn Sigler be Meadow when we hang out?
Orange bikini and all?
Yeah, that's weird. So you're saying it's weird for me to get Edie Falco and Michael Imperioli and the guy that was Steve Buscemi and Bobby Bacla and have them all together and only address them as the characters, and we go to Tony's grave and talk to him like he's still alive. You think that's weird?
Tony doesn't have a grave. It's not Tony's grave.
James Gandolfini's grave, and talk to him like he's Tony. Yeah. You think that's weird?
You didn't even know Steve Buscemi was on the show until this week.
And I'd like to hang out with him. I'd love to hang out with Tony Uncle Al.
Look, we ended up talking about a lot of stuff that happens on the show later on, about the car commercial, about where Meadow is now.
Yeah, hanging out with me in Delaware, exploring the Delaware Italian culture.
That's not where...
You fucked me.
That's not where she sees the character going.
You don't know because
we
didn't talk about it.
Why would Meadow move to Delaware? Have you ever seen Wayne's World?
Don't bring up that hack fucking reference that I've had to hear every time someone hears I'm from Delaware.
They brought it up?
Every time. Yeah, why would Meadow move to Delaware? It's close enough to Jersey. She needs to escape the fact that she's got some stink on her name from being a soprano. Move to Delaware, really nice. I know the lay of the land. We hang out, I show her the spots,
There's 3 years of the character you're not even aware of. A lot of that's going to come up. We had a conversation about whether or not Meadow was doing something.
Mm-hmm.
This was
and I would have left the room. And she would have gone, this is fun.
No, it's not. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the whole he's in, he's out. Like this. We're not. We're just having a guest on the show. We're going to talk to him. We're going to have a conversation. Okay?
We? As in Jim, the next time she's on?
And myself and Jamie Lynn Sigler. This isn't the first time she's been on the show. She's been on the show multiple times. With just Jim and me.
So it's not the Prima Volta for her.
It was not her Prima Volta. It was a multiverta.
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 There's a multiveritas.
There's a multiverta of madness.
I will say, though, me not being in there was good because you guys bonded over spoilers. And obviously she's been on the show a couple times. You've established a relationship. So you will be the entry point for her to hang out with me as Meadow.
Delaware Italian.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
And you know the rule number 1?
What?
Of the Prima Volta.
What's that?
No spoilers.
You're right.
Boom. Don't leave them in the comments.
You deserve it. You're welcome.
Is this a sampler?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I just stole it from you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, dude.
Let's do it.
Season 5, episode 1. It's the Prima Volta of season 5.
Yeah, it's the Prima.
So first things first.
Yes.
Characters die on the show, of course. We go, where's this going to go? How are they going to do the show without this character, that character? How do you feel about the introduction of new characters? This is the first time they've done it. A whole wave comes in. We have Feach LaManna, Angelo, Phil Leotardo, Tony B looks to be getting out of jail. There's a whole wave of people that apparently were in jail that are now getting out. What was your takeaway?
I don't like it. It's sensory overload. I've already come to know all these characters. I fall in love with Ralphie. He dies. Now I got to get attached to more people that are going to leave me.
You think they're going to leave?
I mean, come on. Statistically, you bring in a bunch. You got to do something with them. They're not just going to be playing cards and Satriellis the whole time.
But there is do you feel that...
But now I got all these questions about, like, well, what was Feach doing and how's he related? And, like fucking,
Well, how about this? You remember the card game that Tony and Jackie Sr. robbed when they were young?
Yes.
You know whose card game that was?
Feach LaManna's?
Boom.
Uh-huh.
So there's the connection, Feach LaManna.
Right, but where's his cousin? Who's Phil Leotardo? Who's Jimmy Apici or Precci or what's his name?
You talking about Angelo?
Angelo.
Look, Phil Leotardo is New York.
Hmm?
Phil Leotardo's in New York.
So who's Jersey?
Jersey is Feach LaManna.
And
Tony
B.
Blendetto. Yeah.
And then
The other
New York
two are New
is
York.
Phil Leotardo.
Yeah.
And who else?
Angelo, what's his name? Garepi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. See, this is
Phil-
why I need this show. This helps.
Phil Leotardo is New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
This helps.
Yes.
Also, that actor, he's been in...
Frank Vincent.
Who's that?
Phil Leotardo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Goodfellas. He was, now go home and get your shine box.
That's Bobby Batts.
Yeah, Billy Bats.
Ah, Billy Batts.
Billy Batts.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Which
Okay.
is, that's kind of a big move for David Chase to bring somebody in like that who instantly, when you see their face, they're known from another gangster thing. But,
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows
I
what
love
kind
it.
of
It's
impact.
another reference to Goodfellas.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
of my favorite movies of all time.
Yep. So I think, in this episode, we really...
This clears things up for me. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I was stressing.
Don't worry about that, dude. I got your back.
Thank you.
Me and Meadow. We'll talk about it without you, and then I'll let you know how it goes.
You don't have my back. You have, like, my shoulder. You don't have my full back.
I have your back,
Uh-huh.
unless Meadow's around, in which case, I don't know you.
Yeah. Security.
Who's the weirdo? I don't know, Jamie. Let's go. Keeps calling you Meadow. What a weird guy. And what's with the glasses, huh?
You did law work in the South Bronx. I used to teach in the South Bronx. Let's lay down and talk about it.
Who's the creep with the mustache?
I shave immediately right there. I like the mustache. I'm patching it together with Scotch tape. I'll be anything you want, Meadow.
Yeah, well, we see Feach is being brought back into the fold, which is going to be difficult. Somebody's been in jail. What did they say they've been in jail for? 10, 20 years?
I guess. I mean, here's the thing. No spoilers. Appreciate all
Yeah.
the commendatories, but people have mentioned Feach LaManna and saying, I can't wait till Ian meets Feach, blah, blah. So I'm wondering what this guy's about.
Well-
I mean, he comes out with a bang talking about how he beats up the biggest black guy in prison, which I always thought was like hyperbole, but if it's in The Sopranos, it's real.
No, I thought it was just something they did for TV shows.
Yeah.
Then I saw it in The Sopranos, and I'm like,
Whoa, I guess this is what it is. Good to know. Next time I go to the clink.
Well, he's told not to step on toes.
Yes.
Do you think does Feach strike you as the type that's going to go like, okay, I won't step on toes then?
No, he's a toe stepper.
Toe tapper.
He's a toe tapper, a toe stepper, and he's got steel-toed boots.
He's the hot stepper.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He steps on a crack to break your mother's back.
And there's nothing I could do about it because that's Feech Lamana.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think you remember when Richie April,
Yes.
when he got out of the clink,
Yeah.
he had a real tough time with
Acclimating.
leadership.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes, he felt he was owed things. He immediately went to Beansy,
Run him over with a car. God
for
rest
his
soul.
legs. God rest the soul of his legs.
And the actor died.
What?
The actor just died who played Beansy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's why I named my cat Beans.
You know what you're going to have to do?
Talk to Meadow.
Kill the cat.
I have been wanting to. He's a dick. So cool.
Cats suck.
No, this cat sucks. Cats rule. My cat rules. Samson is an astute gentleman.
Beansy?
A mess. When he got hit by that car, it jogged something loose in his head.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Beansy the cat's always just looking over his shoulder for Richie April the cat.
Maybe that's... Oh my God, you're right.
You cursed him with that name.
Should I change his name to Feech?
Absolutely.
I should have waited to finish The Sopranos to get a cat so I could figure, instead of naming the cat after a character in beginning of season 2.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like, in the moment, you were like, oh, I love Beansy.
Yeah.
And now that you're on season 5, episode 1, when was the last time you thought about Beansy?
Never. When I look at the dumb cat, I'm like, I wish Richie would have killed you.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it would have made more sense to name the cat Richie April. He's more memorable than Beansy.
Yeah, and also he dies.
He does. He does. Then you got to find Janice the cat.
Yeah. Well, he is the cat's a Janice because he's a fucking pig.
Snake pig?
He is a snake pig. Dude, I leave for a second. He's got deli meats in his mouth for my sandwich hopping off the counter. It is kind of cute.
But we should still kill the cat.
Yeah. He doesn't, dude, I swear to God, I am on the phone with my mom the other night. We hang up. I think I hang up. She calls me 5 minutes later. She goes, Ian, you didn't hang up the phone. I could hear you talking. I go, what? What'd you hear? And she goes, who were you talking to? All I heard was love me, love me. Why won't you love me?
What?
Yeah. And I go, oh, I was talking to the cat.
Oh, no. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. This is why, like, I will never understand cat people, that they act like that's a good thing.
Because
like,
the second you do get the love, it makes everything worth it. Like the second Meadow and I hang, all this strife will be worth it.
Cats sound like pets for codependent people.
Have you met me?
That's good. That's good.
It is good.
That's good.
I will say though, and then we'll move forward. My cat Samson. Oh my God.
Why didn't you name Beansy Delilah? You could have been Samson and Delilah.
'Cause that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But it's not good to mix male and female cats. Females can be real territorial and
You are so
C-U-N-T-Y.
You are so caught up in these gender roles for these animals.
Well, I'm just waiting for a non-binary soprano to pop up.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know if you'll get it this season, but
Is there a trans soprano?
yeah, it's like the Transformers.
There's more than meets the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
So Tony Soprano is
Yes.
really excited that he thinks his cousin Tony B is getting out of jail.
Mhm.
And this is like going back to childhood.
Mhm.
What did you think when you saw Tony Soprano getting excited?
I mean, I don't know, nothing really excites him,
Right.
but, you know, he does love his family.
But
And-
specifically, I felt like when I saw the way he was reacting to Tony B, it was almost like the way you react when like your older brother's friend from high school or something. You know what I mean? Like there's a role modelness almost.
Yeah.
But it's like a childlike one.
Right.
'Cause it dates back.
Right. Well, he doesn't get out completely. Like, that's more towards the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot to say about that. I don't know if I want to get into it right now. Maybe next episode.
Is it on episode 1 that you have things to say? Or episode 2 you got things to say?
Episode 2.
Well, then we're going to have to wait till next week to talk about that. Thanks for tuning in.
That's good.
That's good. Okay, so, well, what we do see is some friction.
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right, wait. Before we get to the go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I got to list a couple things.
List.
Fucking AJ sucks.
What?
He's being mean to Carm. There's a bear running around. Tony hits on Melfi. What is that about?
He's pursuing Melfi.
He is hound dogging it for Melfi.
Well, Tony finally, I think, feels that, like, he's single. He's not, I mean, he's separated. You know what I mean? So he's free to do whatever he wants. He's not, as we know from last season, he's not seeing Melfi as a patient anymore.
Yeah.
So now it's time to,
Yeah, put it into overdrive. What is a Tide? He gave her a thing of Tide. What is that reference to?
Once didn't he say he was like her Prince of Tide or something like that?
Yeah, what does that mean?
The Prince of Tides?
What is that?
That's like a romantic movie, right? The Prince of Tides?
Why was he the Prince of Tides?
I've never seen that movie myself.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I don't know where my phone is.
I thought it was maybe because with her, he aired out his dirty laundry.
No, he was actually giving her the tide so she could launder the money
that
he gave her for the appointments.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I thought he was just, I don't know, being romantic.
Oh, all right. Well, he's really, really trying. And I have always loved Lorraine Bracco. She is so hot to me. Oh.
Yeah, I know, but what does that have to do with this?
This is Melfi. He wants to bang Melfi. I'm hoping they bang and I see her butt.
That's why you want the character. Like,
yes.
That's where you want the character to go.
Yes.
So that you can see her butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
They showed her in the shower scene.
Is that her boobs?
Is that her boobs? Okay. I really thought we were going to be able to have like an intellectual
we will
analysis of the Sopranos.
We're going to pull the layers back, but I got to know, where are those Melfi's boobs?
This show has devolved into, is that her boobs?
Was it her boobs?
I don't know. You'd have to ask.
That's why I got to ask Meadow.
Hey,
real question.
Meadow, you ever talk to David Chase? Oh, yeah, I talk to him a lot. I talk to him all the time. You ever ask him, Melfi? Yeah, Melfi. Is those her boobs?
Is those her boobs? I gotta know. I
mean, I took it as yes, but I don't know. I
didn't know if they were stunt boobs.
It could have been stunt boobs, I suppose. I didn't. This was like,
woo!
He's falling apart over here. Melfi has more integrity than Tony does.
Yeah, but I think in that moment, Tony has integrity too because he respects her saying no and backs off. Because he looks at her away, he doesn't look at other women.
Yeah. And I think he absolutely looks at her differently than other women.
Because if that was a Gumar or whatever, he would have taken it.
And they wouldn't have said no anyway. They would.
Well, I think like a couple Gumars would be in like a no, like I want you to.
Right.
Right. Yeah. But that was interesting to see the fact that Tony, it's like, it was almost like a motherly thing in a way of him obeying being told no, and we never see that.
And what we do see as well is, speaking of mothers, Tony is living in his mom's house now.
Yes,
because he's moved out of the house. He's gone.
Yes.
Obviously, he's got to send Benny over to protect Carm from the bear. But yeah, Tony is. I mean, they're split up. It's a weird dynamic to come back to on this season.
Yeah, it is weird. And again, like, I'm just so used to, dying, mob drama, and this is like a lot of family stuff. But it is fun. I noticed Carm looks kind of hotter.
Well, yeah, she's probably making herself up a little bit. However, maybe it's also because you're attracted to the damsel in distress, as that's what Carm becomes when the bear shows up. Now, of course, the animals mean everything on this show.
I didn't even think of that. Give me your theory.
Well, I was going to ask you, the animals mean everything on this show, especially animals that are in that backyard.
Right.
It's the same backyard where the ducks are. It's the same everything. What did you think about the bear showing up?
I'm just processing this now. It's
I just blew your mind.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of fucking bears hanging out. And then AJ, mommy, fuck you.
He's a kid who's
He's being rude to his mom. Be a fucking man. You're the man of the house. Stand up. Punch the bear in the nose.
It's a black bear in his backyard.
Sam, please.
That's the type of bear.
What does the race have
Oh
to
my
do
God.
anything with it?
Hey, there's a bear in his backyard.
Thank you.
You're
a
welcome.
bear.
I don't see. There's a bear in his backyard.
I don't see bear color.
There's a bear in his backyard. What if there's a bear?
Mom! Mom, help! Mommy! Mom, what are you, Bevilacqua?
I hope not.
Yeah.
It wasn't good for
Mommy.
Bevilacqua. Well, okay, that goes back to it.
But that is a deeper meaning of the mom issues that are a through line through the show.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
The last time we heard mommy, mommy like that was when Bevilacqua was sitting in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the bear that Bevilacqua was afraid of?
Tony. Whoa.
What just happened? Who's been the bear that's been invading their house?
It's like Tony
Oh, no.
is the bear.
You've been giving up on a character. Right. It's like...
Tony is very bear-like.
Right.
Very bear-like.
And invasive.
Wow.
Takes over when he's there. Nobody knows how to get rid of him.
Wow.
Nobody knows how to handle him.
Huh.
They call the authorities. They can't do anything.
Whoa.
Call us if you catch him. There's nothing we can do.
Wow. Mind blown emoji.
My own mind blown.
My own. Dude, wow.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thanks, man.
You've earned it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at me. Hey-ho, neighbor.
Whitman? My new neighbor, Whitman?
Yeah, so I think there's a direct correlation between Tony and the bear.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's almost a sense of normalcy in the house when the bear is there.
What do you mean?
Like, Carmela and AJ start to come back together.
Mm-hmm.
Benny and Tony's people start to come in the house. Like, once the bear has invaded the house, that's when Tony, by the end of the episode, can get back into the house to kind of protect everyone and everything. It's like there is something that the bear brings the house back together to an extent. You know, obviously Tony hasn't moved back in.
Right.
But that trauma is what binds them to an extent. To an extent.
Why did Tony try to pay off the bear guys?
I think it's the only way Tony knows how to do business, you know?
Because they didn't even do anything.
Well, yeah, I think it's just that's Tony's way of being. He thinks he's going to get some kind of special treatment if there's a cash exchange. I think that's how I took it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Who do you like better, Benny or Lil Pauly?
I like Benny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Benny a lot. Hey, Mrs. S. I like him.
Benny is the guy that you want to be your driver. So much better than Furio because he's just not threatening. Like Benny's not going to take
He's
your
a
woman.
good little guy.
He's not going to take your woman unless, you know who's the only person he'll take their woman? Maybe Artie Bucco.
Ooh.
Only because he's such a
Butts.
schmuck cuck.
Schmuckuk.
Yeah. Yeah. Benny was Doogie Howser's friend on the show Doogie Howser.
I knew I've seen him before.
Yep.
Wow. Is that kid just eternally young?
He looks like that. He looks exactly the same on Doogie Howser.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's where it was. Has he been in any other Italian movies?
I think he's popped around. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's always in a cool tracksuit.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cool tracksuits.
Also, it's funny that there's a secret compartment with a grenade and an AK-47
Like
in the house.
Like, what are you going to do with the grenade?
What are we doing?
Why would you have a grenade?
You got a grenade in the house. Like, Tony. What?
Yeah. I mean, it would be so apparent if you used the grenade. The neighbors would definitely call.
And an AK-47?
Coos would not be okay with AK-47s and grenades going off.
No, but
next
it is.
door.
I thought maybe that was because Tony loves old war movies.
Yeah,
And so those are kind of weapons that have been used in war.
that's true. That's
You know?
true, and he romanticizes that a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't think AJ's ready to protect his mom?
No, AJ's bitch made.
What?
Yeah. No, through no fault of his own.
Oh, he was made to be a bitch, you mean?
Yeah.
By his parents.
Yeah.
Raised bitch made.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're probably right about that. You're probably
Yeah.
right. Congratulations on the nuptials to Janice and Bobby. Am I right?
Wow.
They're married.
I would love to be a fly on the wall of that wedding because you know there's going to be flies around because she stinks.
What?
Yeah.
Poor Janice. And she just got married. Are you happy for the couple?
No.
Why?
I just want what's best for Bobby, and she's not what's best for him.
What's wrong with Janice?
I don't think we got the time.
Whoa!
Mano!
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Pulling no punches.
I will say what brought Paulie and Chris together was murdering an innocent man.
It's one of the best scenes
Insane.
in the whole show.
He kills him and he goes, "That's my money." Just stamping out of life.
Well, they are able to. There is major friction between the two of them over
Yeah.
who's paying the bill, who's getting treated like an asshole.
Yeah, and
all
Chris is like, enough. You know, Aid kind of gives him the little, like, you shouldn't be doing this. I got scared for a minute when he was going through her purse for money. I was like, is he back on drugs? I hope not, but it was just to pay. I get it, low man on the totem pole, but it's like, how long do you do that for, you know?
Well, I mean, Christopher has never been happy in his position.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was very impatient waiting to get made.
He was also on heroin.
He was on heroin.
Yeah,
he was on heroin.
It's coming a little slack.
Well, I mean, I didn't ask him to be on heroin. He chose that.
Well,
Addiction.
the disease of
It's a
addiction
choice.
is not a choice.
What?
No.
Okay, see, I didn't know.
Actions and behaviors are choices, but the addiction is not a choice.
Like sitting on your dog until it dies.
He didn't choose that.
You think she crawled down there for warmth?
She must have crawled down there for warmth.
Your hair was in the toilet. Disgusting. But
Oh, so you're a two-time loser.
do you think
You're
though?
weak.
Do you think that Christopher is right to be pissed off that Paulie's being unreasonable, or do you think that this is one of those things that this is what the mafia is? It's old school. It's got that frat mentality, and that Christopher has to just be the low man on a totem pole for a little bit, and everything will be fine.
It is low man on the totem pole, you know, old school bullshit, but Paulie gets off on it. And
That's the difference.
Yeah, Paulie gets off on it. Paulie likes it. He's giving everyone lobster, getting fucking drinks to the ugly women. You know, that's not just, hey,
I'm being
you
a
take care of
gentleman,
this.
Christopher.
Yeah. Paulie's getting off on it because Paulie's the scumbag. And, you know, I just love the fucking, you know, meat eaters, you know. There are just so many fun little play on words in here, like Carmine's son with the, I forget what he mispronounced, but him mispronounce. It's just so, again, just amazing writing through and through with everything. Everything is just so perfectly done that I couldn't even conceive thinking up things like this.
I know. It's amazing.
Like, you know, when like dumb people are like, how do you come up with that stuff, man? You're a comedian. Do you just get up? What do you get?
Is that how you see your fans?
No, not mine. Not the commendatories. I'm talking about like, you know, distant relatives of mine.
Down here in Delaware,
Yeah.
we can't do nothing about that.
literally on a fucking horse farm. Yeah. So that's how I feel about the show. I'm like, how do you come up with this stuff?
It is amazing.
It's amazing. You know?
When the stuff starts weaving and
Dude,
winding
it's
together.
it's out of control.
Yeah.
It's just like a level of like, it's like having a drone with your thoughts to see above
yeah.
and take a whole big picture macro level and then micro it down. It's just it's crazy.
It's also amazing how everything works. Like, you would think that with all these ideas and all these things that they're trying, there would be more strikeouts. They'd be like, oh, I see what they were going for there, but that was stupid.
Yeah, but also it's like, when did they mention Feech Lamana's card game? It's like, did they start the show with like, these are the characters, these are this? Or is it like Larry David, Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm, where they don't know how the rest of the show is going to go? They're just trying to get through one episode at a time.
I mean, I've spoken to David Chase before, and when I talk to him, I mean, it's my... Can we just make a pact, okay? The next time these people are on the show, once I have more knowledge, can I come on? I won't be a weird guy. I'm a normal guy.
Will you shave your mustache?
No, I'll never do that.
That was a test. You passed.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Will you shave your eyebrows?
No. That
was another test you passed.
I ain't fucking dancing for you. I'm not biting a shoe.
Got it.
Hey.
That's good. That's good.
No, but
I think my instinct is that no, it's not like he's gone like, oh yeah, we'll mention this in season 2 and then it'll pay off in season 5. Like, because when you talk to David Chase, and even when talking to Jamie Lynn Sigler about what David said her character would be doing, he's got these ideas of what the characters are doing, but it's almost like the way a novelist thinks of their characters. Like, he just writes down what works for this scene, but all these characters exist in his brain, and all of them are bigger. So he doesn't just like say, "Oh yeah, he's some card game," and then I don't know, throw a name on it. He goes like,
and then we got to look at this card game. He's playing chess.
When he says well, Tony and Jackie robbed Feech Lamana's card game. Yeah, Feech Lamana. He knows in his head that Feech Lamana was a person that existed, and so maybe he'll draw back on that, and maybe he won't. And I'm sure there's a team of writers that are like, hey, what about
for sure
bringing Feech Lamana back? What about the
It's just so perfect.
It's so perfect.
It is just so. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
What do you think? Carmine? How do you think this plays for Tony?
Oh, the stroke?
Yeah, no, the golf. Yeah, the stroke.
Everything hunky dory. I mean.
Because, theoretically, right, the boss going down, it's not bad if another...
Well, here's the thing. We're talking about the genius of David Chase, but yet again, and I've said this before, what do you know if things work out? So it's like, Tony gets so many breaks. Like, there really are a lot of instances where...
It's true.
Not a lot. Am I going back on my word of like, David Chase is a genius and planning all this out? Or because I know I've mentioned it before of like... Tony really catches some fucking breaks. Like, what do you know? Gigi has a heart attack on the toilet. What do you know?
People have heart attacks on toilets.
Bibbidi bop bop. But it just so happens that this has to happen at a certain time when this person was going to get killed anyway. It's like.
But is this a break for Tony? Johnny Sack, the problem is that he said he wasn't going to kill Carmine. So Johnny Sack has that anger. Carmine has a stroke or doesn't have a stroke. Johnny Sack is still mad at Tony, right?
Yeah, but it's like, drop it. A gift from God. This guy has a stroke, and now you're playing his emotion without it weighing on your conscience, which you probably wouldn't because you're all fucking, narcissistic sociopaths. But at the end of the day, like, this works out in his favor. Does it not?
So you think Johnny Sack is going to drop it?
No, I know Johnny Sack. He's not going to drop it, but he should.
You thinking Johnny Sack might drop it is like the time when you said, yeah, he's moving to Jersey. I don't think he's going to put his beak in. Dumbest thing ever.
All right. Take it easy. Take it easy, my friend. Take it easy.
I might be taking advantage of the fact that I've seen the show multiple times.
That's a not good.
That's not good. That's not fair. I did take advantage of the fact that I had a great knowledge of what's to come.
Yeah.
And then
You're fucking trying to be David Chase in a fucking basement right now. Fuck off. Come on. What do you? This is my Prima Volta, dick.
Right. No,
Yes.
I know. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
But
But do you think that it's better for Tony that Carmine has the stroke, or it would have been better for Tony if Carmine didn't have the stroke?
I think it's better because initially they wanted him out. Tony said no because he's thinking of the ramifications, this, that, the other. But now, he's got a clear conscience, and everything that they wanted before is now set in motion. So it's like, this is the best of both worlds. It's like a trans woman. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. Did good. So, last thing.
What?
This is big.
Yeah.
Tony made it clear to Carmela.
Mm-hmm.
Furio is a dead man walking out there in Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Tony made it clear to Carmela, and we saw him on the phone too, that he is working on making sure that...
Who was he on the phone with?
Didn't we just see him on the phone? I didn't see him. We didn't see who he was on the phone with.
What are you talking about?
Or maybe he just said he was
Are you
calling.
thinking about it ahead of time?
No. Because there's no... Yeah, no. I'm thinking about this one moment. Either he said he was making calls, or he was shown having calls. He said he was talking to Italy about Furio.
I don't remember that.
Well, he said Furio's a dead man walking.
Yeah.
How would he be communicating with Italy?
What, has he got the whole country on the phone?
No,
Let me talk to the mayor of Italy?
He's got the... First of all, it's bigger than that.
Yeah, let me talk to the boot.
Second, who's in charge of the boot?
Yeah. I don't want to talk to the heel. I want the whole boot.
No, I mean, clearly he's communicating with people in Italy about trying to have Furio
I don't
killed.
remember that, but I think he is going to get Furio. I think
You do.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because Carm made the comment to Anthony when he was, in the hospital about going to hell or whatever, right?
Anthony Jr.?
No, Tony, right? Remember?
Yes.
They have an intimate way of hurting each other.
Yes.
And I feel like Tony would involve Carmela in some way that would be an indirect threat when Furio dies.
So you think not only is Tony going to have Furio killed, but he's going to involve Carmela. Like, he's going to make it her fault.
Not her fault, but make her feel it. To know, like, that's what you get.
So you don't think this couple's getting back together?
I think that's going to bring them together. It's a bear. The chaos brings the family together.
It's like the bear.
It's like Furio's the salmon going upstream, and Tony's the bear grabbing the salmon and bringing it home. You have to kill in order for your family to eat. And it just so happens that your bear wife wants to fuck the salmon.
I mean, how would they come back after that?
What do you mean?
Meaning, if he made her feel the death of Furio, how would they reconcile? Or would they not?
Things got a little crazy, didn't they?
Is that how they do?
Yeah.
You said some things.
Yeah.
I said some things. You did some things. I did some things.
I killed a guy while you were on the phone with me.
Made you listen on speaker.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if they get back together, but I don't see a world in which Carmela becomes a character that's not in
the
show every episode in a deep, meaningful way. So
like Deep Blue something? The band?
What?
Breakfast at Tiffany's?
No.
You never heard that band?
No,
She
this is
said,
Lunch at Santrielli's.
Sam Trielli's.
Sam Trielli's, yes. I think, okay, look, there's no way she cannot be involved heavily in the show, obviously. There's some sort of either reconciliation that leads to the marriage being mended,
Yeah.
or they put their differences aside for the kids and there's tension, but they make it work. And we see that as a storyline. But, you know,
But
I'm
either
a
way,
romantic at heart.
Furio.
Furio's dead. I'm a romantic at heart, and I would love to see them get back together and Tony put his Gumar ways behind him and just, you know, be all right with not fucking all the time and being just a good old. I'd like to see Tony retire from the mafia and like live a good life and live long enough to meet me and be friends with me.
That actually happens later this season.
What?
I can't believe you call that. That's literally everything you just said.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's insane, dude.
Crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. I nailed it.
How are you feeling about it after one episode? How are you feeling about season 5?
Can I be honest?
Please.
And this is a testament to this show. I wasn't digging it,
Mhm.
and now I'm excited.
Based on this conversation.
Yes. Talking about it with you has gotten me jazzed up. That's good. That's good. Talking about it with you has got me jazzed up. It's cleared a couple things up. It's made me see things in a different way. And I was looking at this season more of a burden as having to follow these characters. And God, I got to know this guy and then keep up and this and who's this and what up, 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 up. But you've helped me get jazzed up and excited about it because, you know, it's going to be a wild ride.
Well, if you're feeling jazzed up, I hope that means you're feeling jazzed up. And you can go from being a commendatore
Yes.
to a commentatore.
Yes.
In the comments.
Yes.
Here on this video, of course. No spoilers, as always.
No, thank you. And thank you guys for coming out to shows.
Yes.
Saying hi. I'm getting Paisan pal hands
good.
in the streets. No one's, that's good, me, but I'm getting commendatores.
It's new. That's good. It's only been around for a week.
It's gonna come around.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Any place that you want to plug that people can see you coming up?
Oh, wow. No, if you're in the city, I'm at the Comedy Cellar every night of the week. And I will be on the road with the great David Tell, Austin, Phoenix. And then I got a bunch of stuff coming up on my own, hammering out the details. Very fun. Ohio, I'm coming to you a couple times this year.
Oh, hi. Oh.
Oh, Ohio.
Oh, hi.
I don't know who sent it to me, but there's a video of the Lumineer song, Ho Hey. Ho! Na 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 na. Hey! Man, ba-ding, ba-da. But it's with the Sopranos in different parts of them going,
Oh!
Hey! It's incredible.
I
Yeah.
love it. Well, keep sending us stuff like that, especially if you see Ian. Don't forget to drop off a Whitman's.
Give me an envelope full of cash instead.
Or a box of Whitman.
Cash. Envelope.
Sampler preferred.
Sample different types of dead presidents to me.
Don't forget to leave a comment, hit like on the video, hit subscribe.
Share it.
We'll see you next week. For me, season 5, episode 2, it'll be my 5th, 6th, 7th time watching.
Wow.
But for Ian, it'll be his. Prima Volta. That's good.
What? You're right. That's good. I blanked out.